Hey, welcome back, regular viewers. Okay, so the regular family is about to get to go on a vacation. Super excited about it, as you can see by the way that this is. Anyway, so one of the things that we're going to get to do, though, is go fishing. We're going up to New England, and we're going to visit the regular grandparents. And the regular grandfather got himself a forward-facing sonar, and that's a active target, live scope. I can't remember which one he has exactly. That's not important. But it's one of the ones where you can see the little fishies swimming through the water. You can cast your lure over to them, and you can see the little lure go down. And you can see the fishy come up and grab it, right? Like that. So anyway, we wanted to make some specific lures for that event. Now, a while ago, I can't remember how long ago, I made this exciting lure right here. I will do extreme close-up for you. All right, this is just a basic fish shape that really doesn't do much, right? And I called it a Hoverstroll lure, and that's a technique where you have something that you can kind of hover down in front of these fish that you can see on your live scope, right? Now, I made this lure. I knew a lot of people were using stuff like that. I don't have the technology, nor have I ever tried it. So, I didn't really ever get a chance to use this properly. But now's my chance. So I made this mold, like as we do here on the regular show. We do a plaster mold of everything. That is the plaster mold. And the unique, interesting part about this mold was that it's a top pour two-piece mold like so. Again, I thought I was prepared. I was so close. But you can take a little jig head like this and lay it in the mold like so. And if we were to flip it this way, you can see that the eye and the hook are sticking up out of the mold. So what you can do then is pour your hot plastisol around it. There are a lot of lure companies, lure makers that make a lure like this. Storm, I think, was the original one. They made the Wild Eyes. Anyway, what that essentially was a foil-wrapped jig head to give it a little sparkle in there. And I took one apart and reused the jig head as an experiment on this guy right here, when that was all destroyed, and to see if I could make sort of my own. So this was an experiment right here. I know that it's ugly. It's not perfect. It's just regular. I made a couple of them up right here with some different jig heads I had laying around, just to see if we could get sort of the result we're looking for. I know these are all yellowy. This is just garbage plastisol that I had, which is what I use for experiments. I don't want to, use anything too nice because you don't want to spoil yourself. But anyway, so it has the tie-on point and the hook sticking up, and this will do what we want it to do. I got the effect that I wanted to get where you could see through it. It apparently has an eye stuck to the back. I don't know why that's there, but regardless, I think it just fell right off of that one. Anyway, when you're done and they don't work anymore, you can just tear them apart like so. Save the jig head to be reused. You can reuse the eyes if you really want to, and then this guy gets cut up and reduced, reused, remelted, so we can relax when we go fishing like that. All right, so let's talk about and show you how we did this. I also had a lure that I made a little bit before that. This was a mullet that took a little bit of experimenting, but it's supposed to, again, be a top pour mold with a hook slot in it. All right, and this is like, the mullet's fins kind of stick, instead of down like most fish, they kind of go up. So this was supposed to kind of be a mullet thingy. You got to use your imagination, if you would, please. Okay, but again, top pour mold with that. Rather than using the hook slot, what I tried to do was an experiment again with a Ullman's jig head with a weed guard on it. Look at that, right? So I just set the jig head down in it, poured the plastisol around it. Then I tried a couple different. I tied some foil around a jig head. I think this is Conti jig head here. It's the one that's got a painted eye on it. Had some foil kind of stuck through the mold. So not perfect. This was a jig head that I found. I think it's for like fiddler crabs or something like that. Put some eyes on it so you can see it through there. So I think you got the message, right? Did I beat the horse to death yet? Anyway, well, what we're going to do today is try to make some more professional, less than regular, or beyond regular, above regular, adjacent to regular. I don't know. Some better ones. So I came up with this pattern right here. Is a simple flashy pattern with a little hint of a gill. This is a piece of like sort of like a cardboard hologram deal, and again, that's going to set down in the mold like that. And then we'll pour the plastisol over it. I got a little wire that goes across here to hold the eye up just where it needs to be. But I made a couple different kinds of these little inserts for it. I'll show you some of those. This one's a baby bass, or in usual fishing that I do, a normal size bass. That's a joke for the folks at home. I catch small fish most often. Okay. Anyway, this is a pseudo yellow perch pattern. All right, and I got the smaller ones too for this mold over here. So we got this little guy right here, and those actually fit and hold the hook up a little bit nicer. Well, until I try to demonstrate it for you. And this one I was particularly proud of how that came out. That's a little perch. All right. So again, that's going to go in the mold and get enveloped with plastisol. So we got a couple of those guys ready to go, and we'll heat up some plastisol. I'm actually going to break out new plastisol for you people. That's right, I said it. You guys are worth it. So it'll be nice and clear as possible, and not like that. All right. This is what happens when you use your clear plastisol over and over again. For clear dipping and whatnot, it eventually starts to yellow, or I guess that's amber. Anyway, so not exactly what we're looking for, but let me show you how we made these guys right here. Okay, so for this project, I purchased these on Amazon. I can't remember how much they were. I'll ask the regular editor politely and kindly if she would, in her lovely and talented way, put the price right here. And we can put a link in the description below for how much these jig heads were. But this was the best deal I could find, a 1/4 ounce and 1/8 ounce. I was looking for a basic jig head with just an open hook on it and some nice eyes and some nice detail. Okay, and that was the best one I could. So it's a light wire hook. It's not super heavy, but that's okay. We're going to be using some real finesse equipment on this trip here. All right, so let me show you what we're going to do. I've got this hologram material. This used to be a sticker, but it is so old it is no longer stickable. So I'm using it just still attached to the backing for this project. Here, this one will be, we'll make this guy a Scotia. I guess we can start up here. You know, I'm like trying to skimp and save on this one, but it's like I've had this stuff for most of the time I can remember. I think the regular grandfather bought this years ago, and we could never really get it to stick to lures like we wanted to. I want to go this way with it, don't I? Yeah, thank you. Good. Thank you for answering me. Okay. Because, you know, we didn't really know about clear coats and the stuff that we do now, basically. Cut her out. Cut like along the line, regular guy. I lost my good scissors. If you know where they are, let me know. These are my finishing scissors. They're not really made for the job. They're made in Finland, which is why they're finished scissors, I guess. That's not true. Now you're lying to the regular viewers, guy. All right. Superdy duperdy. Okay. Fold her in half, like so. Yep, nice even fold. Let the tails come out together. Amateur hour here. There we go. Kind of make it, manipulate it into place. Beautiful. Okay, now line her up. A little bit of super glue. How do you do on there? Yeah, you generally want to just pour that all over your fingers so that they stick to the glue. That up on there. Okay. Yep, just like that. Stick it right to your paws. Good. Why are you still doing this, guy? You're talking about it, and you're still doing it. Let's do this. A little squirt of that stuff, and that'll get it done for sure. Look at that. Now I got a sparkly finger. Okay, pretending that I did that in a good manner, appropriate way, professional way. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. All right, so that's that part of it there. I was using the last time. I thought I'd try it with this here, really liquidy glue. But last time I was using the Loctite gel control, emphasis on control. All right, then I got this foil fringe curtain, color your party, which is what I'm all about, made in China. Like everything, every blasted thing else, right? Now we're going to make it into a basic gill pattern. Like so. And this time we'll use the gel control so we're not being so utterly ridiculous with everything. And our friend tweezers. So, and because I sort of did it right, sort of, okay. It actually, this little foil ribbony stuff kind of sets real quick with that gel, so it's pretty nice to, with that super glue rather. It's pretty much adhered right there. Okay, so that's the base model right there, okay? Pretty easy. Half of you are like, why are we still watching this? All right, now let's make the smaller one. The other half are clicking away to go to something more entertaining, right? All right. I've got these flowers, you know, because the regular shop needs to be beautiful, or deserves to be beautiful, I guess. Now, this was from another lure build that we did, so we can put that in the description below as well. So now we've got the Hoverstroll and the Dollar Tree Jigs, I think it was called. But anyway, these are made of like a gold foil fabric, okay? I don't know what you call it, but something like that. And what I want is 2 of them together, like so. Thank you, flowers. Okay? And same verse like before, we're going to glue these together onto this hook. So what I did before is put a little glue on the hook, squirt that with a little super glue accelerator. I should use the tweezers. Yep, as I touch it with my fingers. Okay, so I got that side stuck to it. Pinch with the tweezers and not your fingers. There you go. Whammo, slammo, it is glued together. Add a little bit more back there. Generally squirt it at the, oh good, then knock everything over. There you go. There we go. Now it's all glued together. Just throwing everything around, guy. All right, now, if you recall, we just had these little bits left over from the last step, right? So that is going to turn into our little red fins here for our perch, our yellow perch, which the eldest regular assistant is like super insistent on this trip to go make us perch and eggs for breakfast. I have no clue where that came from in his little mind. But we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. I'm not excited about it, I'm not going to lie to you. I've never heard of perch and eggs for breakfast. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where the little guy got it from, but he is dead set that that is something that he's going to do one morning on our vacation. Okay. We'll see if he gets up early or not. The regular prediction here is that he won't, because he's a sleep-in kind of kid. That's okay, though. A boy can dream, right? Okay, well, now that's stuck that way regardless. All right, so, oops. That's all glued together. What was I doing? Yes. Okay. Took our Sharpay. Just a little darken the back a little bit. And add some happy stripes. It's okay if they don't come out perfect. The bass won't notice. Little happy accidents, right? There you go. Just a happy little darkening on the back. Just 3 little stripes wherever you like them. Sometimes I like to make them bigger if I'm feeling silly, you know? Okay, just like that. Beautiful. Isn't that nice? Gives you the impression of a little perch. Just like that. You've got the impression of a little yellow perch just ready to swim down and get scooped up by a hungry smallmouth bass. Isn't that nice? Okay, that's enough of my terrible Bob Ross impression. Just gluing that tail together a little bit more right at the end like that. You want, I think it's going to be best if it is glued right together like that. That way when I pour the plastisol in it, it doesn't try to open up. All right, any questions? If you do have a question or comment, of course, please leave it below. We can talk about it further. If you want to, get into a really, more in-depth discussion, feel free to send us an email. All right, so that's going to go right in like that and set in there, and then we were going to pour some hot plastisol over it. So, enough yapping. Let's get busy with the next step, plastisol. We're going to use our bait plastics, okay? Ultra clear, low odor, medium plastisol, which I am really running out of. I've only got that much left in there. If anybody really wants to do the regular program here, a solid, and sponsor us with some bait plastics, we wouldn't be upset about that at all. Send us an email about it, leave a comment. All right, let me clean this whole mess up and we'll get ready for step 2. All right, so we're ready to go. We got our plastic heated up. I'm going to add just a little bit of hologram flake to it, just so it's got just a little shine. That might have been a little much. And a little bit of this corn silk too. Those both look really good in very clear lures, just to add a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to start by pouring a little bit in, just kind of get the bottom filled. I don't know why it's pouring all over the place. Tail. Okay, now got that there. Just enough to make sure that there's plastisol under it. I got my wire. I'm just going to drop it in. The wire again is holding up the tie-on point. So now we will fill in the rest of it. Oops. Yeah, that was... What in the world's going on here? Sorry about the mess, guys. Yep. So, yeah, that's how you want to do it. Right there. Make it look nice and ugly. Yikes. Use the tweezers here to place that guy where we want him. Took me a little too long. Okay, so we're going to do it the wrong way twice. Just like that. Jeez. Let me cool these down and I'll show you what we get. Before it comes out of the mold though, I'm going to go ahead and trim off all the super excessive flashing that I made for some reason. I don't know if my fan is just blowing the air right across this thing. Hopefully I'll at least get a better product out of it. Like to see another bait maker show you messing up that much. But this is what it looks like in the regular world. Alright, here goes nothing. That is encapsulated right there. The eye is where the eye is supposed to be. The hook's where the hook's supposed to be. Joking aside, that all I do, I really can't complain about that. This is going to work. So I might just trim up around the head a little bit, but maybe not. But let's set this guy aside, let it cure even further. And make some more. Okay, did the mullet one. Well, mullet lure there. Not supposed to really be a mullet. Okay, the mold's cracked. That's fun. We got that going for us. All right. We did get it though, so. Finished scissors from Finland. So that makes that eye kind of stick out even further because it's got a googly eye, kind of, not a googly eye, but a stick out eye on there. So I guess you really can't probably see it on the camera so well. But we've got our shininess in there. The tail's going to flap ever so slightly. The body's pretty rigid. That is what we're looking for. We'll cure this one as well. I don't know if those top fins are going to stay on it or not, but I'm going to be genteel with this one because I cracked it. It'll still work and we can glue it later. Line them up again. It really doesn't need 2 clamps. I'm just doing that to make sure that the load is even and the mold is even. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. Let's try to get it better this time, guy. Safety gloves. Get it ready first, man. Okay. Ready, Freddy. Okay. 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 Stop saying okay. Just like looking in the wrong place right as I go to pour it. I don't know what that is all about. Okay, let's try these ones. Or demold these ones. Well, we're getting the look we're looking for. What do you think? Think we're doing it? Be really interesting to see how they fish. I think it's working. Alright, so my shaky hand, I always get this flashing. So I just take a little straight razor and kind of just slice along it like that. And then peel off the mess ups there. Should take these gloves off, it's not hot anymore. There we go. That way I don't have to worry about it when it comes out of the mold. It's already dealt with. Sort of cleaned up. It's one of the first perches.
Hey.
Wow.
That looks beautiful.
I think we got it. What do you think?
I think it's good. The camera could focus.
If the camera could focus. Focus, camera.
There,
Thank you, camera. It hurt us. Okay. What's really cool, so the mold had a fin on it, and you can kind of see how the red sort of lines up there. Wow.
Beautiful.
I don't like to toot my own horn much, but tootly toot toot, huh?
Yeah.
I think we got what we were trying to do. Once in a row, regular guy.
Once in a row.
Let's see how this feller came out. I'm gonna go this way.
Is it gonna come apart? Oh, there it goes. Oop.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oop. There it goes. Yeah.
So this one again, we got to cut the hook slot off.
So is that what kind of lure is that supposed to resemble, or fish is that supposed to resemble?
Shiny.
Shiny fish.
A lot of lures are just shiny to get their attention. Fish shaped. Let the fish use its imagination and fill in whatever it wants to be.
Ah.
Okay. So we got our googly eyes, right?
Yeah.
You see how they kind of magnify because of the
Oh
way the
yeah,
eye sticks out?
because that's the way you put it in the mold there.
We'll just let it cure right over here.
Okay.
The curing station. Let's set them up again. Okay, so there they are curing. And we're not going to get to show you a test swim on this video, but hopefully we'll catch some fish, and yeah, then we can show you that. That may be another video coming about these guys right here. We could put a link in the description. My kids, when we made the original one of this, did a little short about the Hoverstroll. We can add it to this, right? Can we add it to the video, you think?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we'll try. Okay, but we can link it in the description. You can watch that. It's kind of cute. So anyway, that's our little Hoverstroll pattern, and I can't wait to show you what we catch on it. Thank you for coming along this week. I know it was a short video of kind of a remake here, but I think we stepped it up from our original to this guy right here. I think I was pretty pleased with the results that we got. So I'm excited to show you how they work. All right. Thank you for tuning in this week, and you stay regular. Hey, what are you kids doing?